Thank you for letting us in, bro.
Pleasure.
Nice to meet you once again. So tell us, who's Iceberg Slim?
Iceberg Slim is a rapper, a singer, producer, engineer. Iceberg Slim is basically an all-round entertainer. The original Iceberg Slim was a pimp because I had a few girlfriends at that time.
What?
I said, yeah.
You had what?
A few girlfriends.
At 14?
Yeah.
Usha pra pra. Oh, you quick start too.
So he just gave me the name Iceberg Slim and it just stuck with me.
So does that still ride with you till now?
It doesn't. At the time, I didn't even know Iceberg Slim was a pimp. But
Oh.
when I found out who he actually was, what stood out to me was he wasn't just a pimp, he was also an author. And when people talk about him nowadays, they refer to him as the author, not just the pimp.
Right.
And he went to jail, he was incarcerated for some time, and when he came out, he was writing novels and things like that. Even some of his books are studied in some universities here in America.
Wow.
So I looked at it as a situation where he was put in a situation, but he came out
of it.
Person. So I looked at that as a positive thing,
Right.
which I also want to apply to my life. So anything that I'm going through, I feel like, I'll come out with a different outcome, and people will look at me different, or appreciate me different, or respect me different in a different light. So that's why the name stuck.
Wow, awesome. So I just want to go back a little bit. Just tell us about your childhood, how it was, how many siblings you had, and growing up.
I was born here in New York. Yeah, growing up was pretty much, it was the typical upbringing, I would say. Before, I was able to even understand life, I really never traveled to Nigeria. So the only window that I had into Nigeria was the church that we were going to. We were going to a CAC church in Manhattan.
Oh, wow.
And, my parents spoke Yoruba to us in the house once in a while. So that was the only window that I had. The culture, the food, everything about it. That's just basically where I got it from at first. It was just basically, as I said, a typical upbringing, and just trying to balance, you're being taught something at home, and then you're learning something else in school, then you're learning something else on the streets, and it's just basically trying to balance those things and just create
something of your own, a personality from that. So how did that get into the music? So how did that lead you into the music? I want to know how it all started.
It definitely helped in a sense, because my dad used to play a lot of Nigerian music in the house.
Okay.
He played a lot of Wasiu, Fela, Obesere, Sunny Ade, and things like that in the house. And then going to the CAC church, I just took a liking to music, and then I started playing the drums.
Wow.
In the church, and then after that, I started playing the keyboard. So it was basically all those things that I learned from those songs that he would be playing, because I didn't really know anything about Nigerian music. So it was just those things that I hear, Sunny Ade interludes and things like that. That's what I'll be playing in church, his chord progressions and things like that.
Yeah, since you started music, and it has always been a part of you growing up, at what point in your life did you realize that, boom, this was it for me, this is the direction I should face, music?
At some age, I started to listen to hip-hop, started to listen to rap music, and I'm just like, okay, I can do this too, I want to do this too. And as time progressed, I started to just basically practice. And what I would do was basically I would listen to songs on the radio and things like that, and then I'll write my own version of the song. And I just kept doing it for a few songs. Now you supply my every need. Now only you be butter my bread. Now you put a roof on top of my head. What does music mean to you as a person and personality? Because I can see your love for music is, there's no doubt. So when you listen to music, and how does it transfer to you as a person? What kind of message does music send to you as a person? For me, I think music is an escape from reality.
Escape?
Yeah. Music is so many things to me, but one thing that it is for me is an escape. Because sometimes I may be going through things in my life personally where I don't know the answers. I don't know the next step that I'm going to take.
Take
I don't
after
know
that.
what to do. And I can listen to music or listen to some songs, and it just takes me to a different realm. It takes me to a different place, and I escape that. It's almost like a drug, you know. And I think that's what music has become for me. So I listen to a lot of different genres of music because of that, because it just takes me to a different place. No matter what I'm going through, what I'm thinking about or stressing over, it just takes
you away.
Yeah.
Well, that's really awesome, because the fact that you listen to different genres makes it easy for you as a Nigerian born here to be able to cope with other sounds. So tell me about your music life here before you went back to Nigeria. I think you actually did some big features. Like, I heard about Jaru. Yes. Tell us. We need to know what happened.
The remix to Plies, Plenty Money.
Really?
Yeah, it was definitely, it was a humbling moment, you know, to have Ja Rule on that record. And it was just amazing. It opened doors for me. Like, it gave me recognition in Nigeria before I moved to Nigeria. That was right before I moved to Nigeria. And it opened a lot of people's eyes and ears to Iceberg Slim because of that. So I definitely, you know, would always look at that as a big
accomplishment. And I also heard something about a feature on one of the big crime series, Blue Blood. Like, they played your music in one of the episodes. Tell us about it. How did that happen?
Yes, shout out to Buck again.
Burke. I need to meet this Burker.
Yes, Buck made that happen. We did a song for the American crime drama series, Blue Blood.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was featured in season 1, episode 2, and
Gee.
it was one of the most, like, I can't even explain it. You know, I'm just watching TV. I was watching the episode, and I was like, wow, this is me. Like, that's my voice.
Sitting down and watching, yeah.
So, and you know, I love those type of things. And just to backtrack a bit, before I started the music, or before I indulged in it full time, I wanted to be like an FBI agent. I was attending John Jay College of Criminal Justice.
Okay, yeah. I think I came across that.
That was just it was another passion of mine. You know, in my late years in high school, I started taking some law electives, and I just had this liking to it, and I loved crime drama series. Like, I loved Law and Order.
Oh yeah.
You know, NCIS, like all those kind of shows. So then, you know, to fast forward and be doing a song that's on
for dang. Wow.
It was amazing.
That's amazing. And the funny thing is, those episodes still show every time all over the globe. So tell me, do you get royalties or?
Yes, definitely. Of course.
You say?
Of course, definitely.
You get royalties. Do you need road manager? So you reside both here and in Nigeria oftentimes, right? Yeah. So I wanted to ask you a personal question. Do you think the Nigerian music industry is fair enough to a lot of new upcoming acts with regards to platforms and opportunities given to them? Because we know it's very challenging as a new act to thrive in a place like Nigeria.
Yeah.
What do you think can be done to fix it?
I think if we had this discussion maybe 5-6 years ago, I would say it was hard for them. But, you know, in this day and age, you know, we have social media, and a lot of people are getting discovered by social media. A lot of people are getting the awareness and the platform that they want from social media. So I think it's helping everybody, you know, both upcoming, both known artists. Like, it helps everyone get their message, their music across to everybody that they're trying to reach. Like, you can basically get it to whoever directly that you want to get it to.
Do you check your DMs?
Once in a while.
Respond to people?
No, I really don't. I rarely respond to that. I rarely respond.
You respond to the girl then?
No, I actually don't. Once in a while, no, I don't. But once in a while, I just reply to, you know, some fans. If I not even just important message. Sometimes just fans. You know, sometimes it's good to relate with the people, because those are the people that made you who you are. You know, regardless of how good I think I rap or how good I think I sing, it's still in the hands of the people to decide, like, okay, we're gonna accept this guy, we like this guy. And so that's why sometimes I just reply to them and, you know, just say thank you, you know, I appreciate you guys and things like that. That's all.
Okay, in recent time, we've enjoyed the widespread of Afrobeat globally as compared to 5, 6, 10 years ago. So do you feel right now that Afrobeat has successfully crossed over to diaspora, or there's still a lot to be done? Because most times when you go for Afrobeat concerts here, you find more of the Afrobeat community rather than the international community. So if we say maybe an artist sold out a venue of 5,000 people, we still need to check who those people are. It's the African community. So do you think Afrobeat has really crossed over?
I think it has. For the fact that we're even discussing Afrobeats here now, I think it has. But it's definitely a step-by-step process. It hasn't taken over, but it has crossed.
Do you think it will take over?
I don't know if it will take over. I doubt it can take over, but it can definitely, penetrate. It can definitely leave a mark. And I look at Afrobeat the same way I look at reggaeton or look at dancehall music. Those sounds came to America. They didn't take over, but they just left the mark. They let people know that, okay, these things exist as well to the mainstream audience. So even if you like rock music, there's some percussions or drums in Afrobeats that are similar to the things that you like in rock music, and you might just listen to an Afrobeat song. It's not to say that, okay, Afrobeats is going to come to America and take over America. Let's be realistic, but it would definitely leave its mark in America.
All right, enough of the serious talk. Let's get into the juice, the sweet juice. Recently online and above every other aspect, a lot of people have been so much in love with your present relationship. And people even tag you guys couple goals. So we all know. So do you want to tell us a little bit about how it all started? The viewers would like to know.
Is it the viewers or you that want to know?
Gang, the viewers, the haters, the lovers.
It started. We met in Durban, in South Africa.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
And it's so ironic that we didn't really know who each other was.
She didn't know you?
Yeah, she didn't know me. I didn't know her. I didn't know.
Anyway, you were born here.
So I wasn't really like into Nollywood films and things like that. Like I've heard the name, but I didn't know the face. And then it's so funny because she had a favorite song on the Tiwa Savage album that we were talking about that time, and it was the Make Time, the song that I was on, and that was her favorite song. So she was just even talking about it, like, okay, I have this song that I really like, it was dope, the guy that rapped on it, and I'm just like, wait, that's me. So I mean, like the connection just started basically from our similar taste in music. We were playing music for the people that were around us, and she was first playing music, and I was like, okay, I want to connect my phone and play music. But then once I started playing music, she's like, okay, I had these songs, I was gonna play these songs. So it was, and the songs weren't like the typical everyday songs, and just to see someone have that same taste in your music, because it was like different songs. It wasn't the everyday songs. It was some Katy Perry, some Chainsmokers, like it was different. And the fact that we had that similar interest in the same music, that's just what kind of just sparked a connection. And
made the love.
Exactly, it's all about the music.
That's awesome. So I don't want to be faster than the speed of light, but we would like to know, are you guys gonna get married, or are we expecting a baby? Are we expecting?
I mean, definitely, she's an amazing person, and no, let me get there. Can I get there? I get there? No, I mean, some things you just plan. You just say, okay, I'm gonna marry this person, but she's a great person. She's an amazing person, and definitely, our relationship is growing every day, and there's no telling where it would lead to, but it's a great. Yeah, definitely, I'm open to it. Definitely, I want to get married.
Never had a child, right?
I do have a child. I actually have a child. Yes.
And you've never been married?
No, I haven't been married.
But if it happens, you're ready?
Yes, I'm definitely ready.
Wow, this is interesting.
Yes.
I like that. No wonder people call you guys couple goals. Yeah, now I know why. Even online, trust me.
Yes,
a lot of people hashtag couple goals. I like that. Being that you were born here, and you are Nigerian, and Juliette is Ghanaian, what's your favorite meal? Nigeria or Ghana Jello? On the spot.
Funny enough, well, I stopped eating rice a long time ago.
Really?
Yeah, the carbs is too much. But she actually makes an incredible jollof, and it's actually a mixture of different things. It's not even Niger or Ghana. It's Liberian. It like has different. Yeah, it has different. You know. So
she's a good cook.
Yeah, she's an amazing cook.
Do you know how to cook?
No, I don't.
Gee.
Yeah.
Niger boy.
Yes.
Yoruba boy.
Yes.
And what happened?
I don't know. As I said, I'm the last one of 4 kids, so yeah.
Not like I even know how to cook. I'm just asking. Oh my god. All right. So, what are your plans for 2018? Because you're here to promote your project and you're going back to Nigeria pretty soon. Are we expecting an album or an EP or a new single?
2018 is the year of endless possibilities.
Amen.
2018 I'm about to drop the Oluwa remix.
Really?
Yes.
That's my favorite song.
Yes.
Hey, Oluwa.
Yes.
Am I gonna be
Oluwa? The remix is done already.
I just need one line, 4 bars. You know that I just need that kind of that
I got you. But yeah, I mean the remix is done. I'm gonna drop that, and then the next single.
Features?
Yes, 2 features on it. We have Ricardo Banks,
Oh my God,
and we have Orisha Femi. Yes,
well,
take it to the streets.
to
Yes,
take over.
streets. You know.
That's awesome.
So that's gonna drop soon. And then after that, the next single is ready already. So it's ready.
Awesome.
It's ready. So we basically just.
That means you're ready for 2019.
Yes, I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Okay.
But I mean, in terms of an EP, it definitely might drop a body of work, because a lot of people have been saying, you know, Iceberg Slim, we hear the name every now and then, we see some features, but we need a body of work from that. And I don't think I'm ready to give people an album. I think an album is more of, you know, a demand.
Right.
I don't feel you just force an album on people. So I think an EP would be more reasonable. So definitely like maybe 6 songs or something on an EP would be great.
That would be awesome.
Yes.
So to wrap up, do you have any advice for the upcoming artists, like those artists who are trying to get themselves out there?
Jeez.
What do you want to tell them? Like, what do they have to do to get themselves out there?
Well, first and foremost, I would definitely say, if you're doing it for the passion, keep doing it. If you're doing it for money or fame, you have a wrong impression.
Okay.
Because everybody that we see that's like huge today, you know, sometimes we don't hear about them yesterday, but we hear about them today, and we think, okay, it's an overnight success, or you just think, oh, it was a one-hit wonder, or they just came out of nowhere. But they don't understand that there's a process that goes into this thing, and it's usually a 5 to 10 year process.
Right.
Of everybody that's, you know, an A-list celebrity or an artist or whatever the case is. There's a process, and people don't see that process. They don't see that grind process. They just think, okay, this person just came out of nowhere. It's overnight. I want to do it because I saw that person. And it doesn't work like that. It takes a lot of dedication. It takes a lot of sacrifices. Blood, sweat, and tears go into this thing, literally. You know, for me to move to Nigeria where I knew nothing about anything, you know, I can remember how much I had in my pocket when I decided to move to Nigeria. I left everything. I left my family. I left my daughter. I left everything that I knew and understood in New York and said, I want to move to Nigeria to pursue a career. So it takes dedication. It takes sacrifices. And if you're not willing to make those sacrifices, don't waste your time.
So Slim, last but not the least,
Yeah.
because we know you have a very big career ahead of you, and we would like to know so far what you would like to be remembered for. When they remember the name Iceberg Slim, what comes to mind?
I just want to be remembered for, you know, making a difference. My music, I don't want my music to just be music that comes and goes.
Yeah,
I want my music to be evergreen. Like the song like Oluwa, when I made it, I didn't even think that far, that, you know, it's something that can be played years down the line and people will still appreciate it for the message inside. And, you know, when I saw the response of that song, that's kind of what made me start to realize, like, I'm here for a reason, I'm here for a purpose, and I want to serve that purpose. I don't want to just make music that people just dance to right now and then they go to the next song and it's over.
Right.
I want people to remember Iceberg Slim for making a difference, making a change, and for just having a message in the music, and that's what I'm here for.
Thank you. That was awesome.
Appreciate
Thank you,
it.
Iceberg Slim, for
Thank
having
you,
us.
thank you.
Thank you. I hope you had a great time. And keep watching MinaTV Africa. I'm the Many Man, and this is Inspire Africa. Thank you.
Yeah, Oluwa, yeah, Oluwa, loke, loke, baba, gbemi leke, baba. What up, what up? It's your boy Iceberg Slim, and you are watching MinaTV. Keep it locked. Yeah.